Have you ever wondered what the Golden State looks like beyond its glitz and glamour? Today, we delve into the paradox of California, a state known for its thriving tech industry and Hollywood stars, while also grappling with a devastating homeless crisis. We start our journey with the voices that matter the most, those directly affected by this crisis. Meet John, a former construction worker who now calls the streets of Los Angeles home. "I never thought I'd end up here," he says, reflecting on a series of unfortunate events that led him to homelessness. Next, we hear from Sarah, a mother of two who lives in a makeshift shelter in San Francisco. "It's not a life I want for my children," she shares, her eyes glimmering with a mix of hope and despair. These aren't isolated stories. Thousands like John and Sarah live in similar conditions across California. But why is this crisis so pronounced in one of the wealthiest states in America? We turn to Dr. Samantha Brooks, a renowned sociologist, for insights. She points to a combination of skyrocketing housing costs, stagnant wages, and inadequate social safety nets as the main culprits. It's a systemic issue, she emphasizes, and it requires a comprehensive solution. In contrast, we have the perspective of city planner Robert Chen. He believes that the crisis is further exacerbated by zoning laws and regulations that hinder the construction of affordable housing. "We've created a bottleneck," he laments, "and it's going to take a radical rethink of our policies to solve it." So what are the main takeaways from our journey into California's homeless crisis? Firstly, homelessness is a multifaceted issue. It's not just about the lack of a roof over one's head, but a complex interplay of economic, social, and policy factors. Secondly, the voices of the homeless need to be prioritized in this conversation. Their stories reveal the human side of this crisis, reminding us that behind every statistic, there's a person with dreams and aspirations. Lastly, there's a pressing need for comprehensive solutions. Piecemeal approaches won't suffice. It requires a collective effort involving policy changes, investment in affordable housing, and strengthening of social safety nets. As we wrap up, remember that understanding the problem is the first step towards finding a solution. It's time to move beyond the stereotypes and start viewing homelessness as the complex issue it truly is. After all, the Golden State deserves to shine, not just for a few, but for all its residents.